Hi, I'm Clara, and I've always been really emotional. Controlling my feelings has always been a struggle, and the first time I fell in love, it was intense. So intense that I almost lost something really important to me. Let me tell you how it all happened. Leo was the kind of guy everyone adored. He was part of the school's music group, kept to himself mostly, but he was gorgeous. And that's why he would never notice someone like me, right? I always wanted to join the music group, but I never had the courage. I didn't know anyone, and just thinking about playing in front of Leo made me freeze. I would definitely mess it all up. But then, something happened. Something that was painful, but also incredible. Let me tell you about Sofia, my best friend. We'd been inseparable since we were little. You know that kind of friendship where you talk about everything? Fears, secrets, dreams. That was Sofia for me. Someone I could trust completely. Sofia, can I tell you something kind of silly? Of course, Clara. You know you can tell me anything. I think I'm kind of falling for Leo. I know it sounds ridiculous, but he's so nice, you know? Oh, Clara, it's not ridiculous. But honestly, I think he's a bit shy. I'm not sure he'd even know how to approach someone. But hey, if you like him, I'm here to support you. Saying it out loud was such a relief. That's how our friendship worked, mutual support. But, you know, Clara, I've also got something on my mind lately. I'm really interested in the scholarship they're offering this semester. There aren't many spots, but I really want it. I've been working so hard for it. Wow, Sofia, that's amazing. You're definitely going to get it. You deserve it so much. Thanks, Clara. I'll need all the support I can get. It's going to be tough, but I'm focused. I was happy for Sofia, but at the same time, I started to notice she was getting busier. Studying, getting involved in projects, but then I saw something that left me uneasy. A few days later, I saw Sofia talking to Leo. Weird, because they'd never talked before. At first, I thought, okay, it's probably about the scholarship, but then I saw them laughing together again, and that started to eat me up inside. It was a mix of jealousy, anger, and betrayal. I stood there, half-hidden watching them. It felt like something was being ripped away from me, and I couldn't do anything about it. It didn't make sense. I wanted so badly to trust Sofia, but seeing them together, my heart ached, and my head filled with questions. Why is she talking to him? Is she interested in him too? Did she forget that I like him? I started feeling insecure, like I wasn't good enough. I knew they were just assumptions, but my thoughts wouldn't stop convincing me otherwise. I wondered if Sofia was replacing me, if I wasn't important to her anymore. It hurt. Every smile she gave Leo felt like a piece of my confidence was disappearing. Later, I saw them entering the library together. Again. It was too much for me. Are they seeing each other? I didn't know what to think. Everything seemed out of my control, and the pain of doubt was overwhelming. It was like every certainty I had in life was crumbling. How could my best friend, after I told her I liked him, now be talking to Leo? The doubt and jealousy kept growing inside me. I wanted to trust her, but my emotions were out of control. I let those negative feelings take over me. I couldn't talk to Sofia, and I started to think she was avoiding me on purpose. It only made my anxiety worse. It's incredible how we can let ourselves be consumed by these feelings, right? I knew I should trust Sofia, but the out-of-control emotions inside me were stronger. The next day, the principal, who was in charge of deciding who'd get the scholarship, came looking for Sofia. I told her I didn't know where Sofia was and asked if I could talk to her privately. Hey, Clara, careful. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you. Are you okay? You seem a little out of it lately. I just managed to give a fake smile and nod. I didn't want to explain what was going on. I didn't even know how. Everything felt so out of control. I couldn't get those thoughts out of my head, and it was making me lose focus. Even walking home, something I'd done 1,000 times, felt uncertain when my mind was somewhere else. That afternoon, after seeing Sofia and Leo together again, I felt like I needed an escape. My thoughts were suffocating me, and the only thing that brought me peace was playing the piano. So I went to the music room. The notes echoed in the room, and I could feel my emotions flowing through the music. It was like each note carried some of my pain, fear, and frustration. Playing made me feel alive, made me feel that, somehow, I still had control over something. The tears started to fall as I played. I couldn't hold them back. Everything was just so intense. I wanted so badly to understand what was happening. I wanted to know if Sofia was being sincere, if I was being unfair, or if, somehow, I was right to feel this way. And, at the same time, I hated these feelings. At that moment, Sofia entered the room with Leo. I froze. Sofia, smiling brightly, came over excitedly. "Clara, I told Leo that you play so well. He wanted to invite you to join our music group." I was in shock. It was everything I'd always wanted, but I couldn't say a word. I just nodded yes. Leo smiled shyly, thanked me, and left, saying he'd see me at rehearsal on Thursday. And then it hit me. Sofia wasn't betraying me. On the contrary, she was helping me achieve a dream that I didn't even have the courage to chase myself. And what did I do? I sabotaged our friendship. The day before, the principal asked me about Sofia, and I said bad things about her. I let my jealousy take over. That night, alone, the guilt overwhelmed me. I didn't know what to do. Should I tell Sofia the truth? But what if it ruined everything? Could our friendship be saved? Sometimes I tried to justify what I did in my head. But I knew I'd acted without thinking, in the heat of the moment. I should have talked to Sofia first, calm myself down, but now it was too late. At that moment, my mom came into the room. "Clara, honey, I haven't seen Sofia around here in a while. Did you two have a fight, or is she just busy with schoolwork?" No, Mom. She's just been kind of busy with some school stuff, scholarship, you know? Nothing major." "I see. You know, Clara, Sofia's a great friend. It always makes me so happy seeing you two together. Having a friendship like that, a real one, is something very special. Friends who stand by us when we need them most, they're hard to find. I hope you know how to value that, sweetie." I tried to smile, but inside, it was like my mom's words were weighing me down even more. She was right. Sofia was amazing, and I was letting my emotions destroy everything. I pretended everything was okay, but the guilt was eating me up inside. I knew I should value Sofia, but at that moment, everything felt so confusing and out of control. It was then that I decided I needed to be honest. I decided I'd tell Sofia everything and face the consequences. The next day, I got to school early and waited for Sofia to arrive. I saw Leo come in. He waved shyly at me and went inside. He didn't know anything, but he'd gotten caught up in this mess. Because of him, or rather, because of me, I might lose my best friend. Sofia arrived. I asked her if we could talk. We went to sit on the benches at the school entrance. She didn't expect it, and her expression changed drastically as I told her everything. "Clara, why did you do that? I thought we were friends. You talked badly about me to the principal. I thought you were leaving me out. I saw you with Leo, and I got jealous. I felt betrayed. Clara, I was only talking to him to help you. I knew you wanted to join the music group, so I mentioned you to him. I was paralyzed. How could I have been so unfair? Sofia wasn't betraying me. She was supporting me the whole time. And I, blinded by my fears, ended up hurting the person who cared the most about me." Sofia went silent, her eyes filling with tears. I couldn't hold back anymore and started crying too. The silence between us felt like it lasted forever. I wanted to say something, anything that could make that moment hurt less. But nothing seemed enough. Finally, I managed to speak. "Please forgive me, Sofia. I was such an idiot. I let my emotions take over, and I made the biggest mistake of my life. I don't want to lose our friendship, but I'll understand if you never want to speak to me again." We were both crying, and the tension in the air spread between us. Sofia wiped her tears and said, "Clara, it's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. I forgive you, and I'm not going to let this ruin our friendship. I know you were hurt." Relief washed over me. Sofia forgave me, and in that hug, I knew our friendship was stronger than any mistake. It was the best hug I'd ever had. The day of the performance arrived. Of course, I was nervous, but I knew I had their support. And that gave me the strength to be myself, without fear. I took a deep breath and began to play. At first, my hands still shook a little, but as the music flowed, I started to relax. The melody reflected everything I had been through: fear, regret, forgiveness, and the peace that followed. When I looked at Sofia and Leo in the audience, I realized that controlling our emotions doesn't mean ignoring them, but learning how to deal with them. After it ended, I went over to the two of them, and Leo said, "You were amazing, Clara." Sofia was right. "You're incredible." "Thanks, Leo." Having friends support really makes a difference. We left for a diner afterward and ended up talking for more than an hour. It felt so good to have my friend back. Sofia's forgiveness was real, and there was no more unease between us. Today, we're closer than ever and trust each other completely. Almost everything was back to normal, but I still had to make up for what I'd done. I asked for a meeting with the principal, who could only see me during the lunch break. I waited there, while everyone else ate. I was starving, but I knew what I had to do. When the principal arrived, I spoke to her about Sofia. I explained how responsible she was and that I had misunderstood the times she hadn't shown up at school. She was actually busy with other extracurricular projects. The principal understood and mentioned she had already noticed all the extra work Sofia was doing. Well, in the end, Sofia got the scholarship that semester, and we celebrated together. We even invited Leo. Let's see if he shows up. Life isn't perfect, but we have to learn to control our emotions. Everyone makes mistakes, feels insecure, and sometimes hurts the people they love most. But the important thing is to learn from it and keep going. Those who cultivate serenity make fewer mistakes.
And about Leo?
Well, maybe there's something there, but one step at a time. My name is Clara, and today I know we'll have lots of emotions in life, good ones and bad ones. I choose to embrace the good and control the bad. Always. Did you enjoy my story? Then subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next story comes out.
Bye.